Have you ever felt anxious, depressed, or just not being able to cope with pregnancy or being a new mother? Have you ever pretended to be a happy mother, appearing to be completely in control, but slowly dying inside, wishing that you were somewhere else? If you have, then you are not alone. A quarter of women who are pregnant or have given birth experience mental health issues, such as postpartum depression, but don't get the help and support they need. You are supposed to immediately fall in love with your baby and be fulfilled being a mother, and if you're not, then you're told that something is wrong with you. This needs to stop, which is why we created Haplocare. Haplocare is a mobile app from HaploMind that supports women who experience perinatal depression anytime from pregnancy to the end. The founder, Dr. Sonali Mohanty-Quantius, is a scientist who, even with a solid background in biology and experience in pharmaceutical industry, experienced PPD for 4 long years, and it changed her life.
So I had the most comfortable pregnancy. I did not have any idea that I was at high risk for depression and anxiety as mother of multiples. But on the other hand, I also had the access to one of the best healthcare systems in the world, and I had no clue that I could be one of those 1 in 5 women who can experience depression and anxiety. But it happened, and 2 weeks after we came home from the hospital with the twins, everything just fell apart. I became absolutely disoriented, and the worst part was I was angry. I was so angry at everything. And now I know that postpartum rage is one of the symptoms of postpartum depression, but I didn't know at that time. And I felt like I was drowning half of the time.
The symptoms can present themselves as sleep disorders, mood swings, changes in appetite, fear of injury, serious concerns about the baby, much sadness and crying, sense of doubt, difficulty in concentrating, lack of interest in daily activities, thoughts of death and suicide. Clinical depression during pregnancy and postpartum is not your fault. There is a biological basis to this.
When we're pregnant, the placenta produces large amounts of the pregnancy hormones, progesterone and estrogen. They have very positive effect on us while we're pregnant, and they are the one triggering all the changes in our body. Baby blues is something very common and happens to 80% of all women and should normally go away after a couple of days. Postpartum depression, on the other hand, is something else. It can be triggered by many different reasons, and it can also be an accumulation of reasons. One of the reasons could be the increased stress levels. Stress is increasing cortisol, that in turn even further breaks down the serotonin, making it impossible for them to reach their normal levels. Another reason can be the progesterone that also suddenly disappears with the placenta. Progesterone has calmed us down during the whole pregnancy, but with it gone, it can lead to depressive symptoms.
Lack of screening for mental health disorders is a huge gap in our current healthcare system. Even though many countries recommend screening for depression and anxiety during pregnancy and 6 weeks after giving birth, it is not followed consistently anywhere. As a result, many women fall through the cracks.
Many countries use screening, however, these screening are usually not mandatory. Only 12% of the 50 million women diagnosed with postpartum depression receive treatment. We need to take postpartum depression more seriously and consider screening as a part of a routine postpartum care, like compulsory use of valid tools for screening and correct training for healthcare providers.
I realized that the best way to complain is to make things. So I decided to take it in my own hands and start HaploMind.
Haplocare is a mobile application that allows pregnant women and new mothers to connect and discuss mental health in a safe, secure, and non-judgmental environment. It's a safe, private, and secure community where you can feel comfortable discussing your feelings and getting support from other women and group sessions with experts. In addition, you can also engage in self-care such as screening yourself for depression and anxiety, journaling, and be connected to the appropriate care if and when you need it.
I hope that mental health is as normalized as physical health is during pregnancy and postpartum.
It's a digital companion that supports mental health during pregnancy and postpartum, so that no one will ever feel alone in this journey.